Hey you guys, well here I am, and I have been asked a couple times if I would do a makeup tutorial video, and I kind of feel like I can't do just the makeup tutorial. I have to tell you guys what I do to my skin otherwise, right? So because you can't layer, if you have a faulty foundation, you can't lay your bricks on top of it, right? They won't stay very well. So it's the same concept. This goes for mindset as well as our makeup. So you absolutely have to take care of your skin first and foremost. And always drink water. I know this is Starbucks, but I've got water in there. Water with lemon. It's good stuff. And you have to keep your skin hydrated from the inside, and then you obviously have to take care of what's going on the outside. So as you can see, I have a mask on. This particular one is the #1 mask, which is the brightening mask, but I also use from Beautycounter, just so you know. But I always mask a couple times a week with different ones, and I always have, even before Beautycounter. I've always used different ones because I've always learned that that was something that helped with oils, and now that Beautycounter has lots of different ones, then I want to use theirs too: plumping, brightening, and then the balancing, which is the formerly called charcoal mask, but it is charcoal. Okay, and so I have the mask on. Before I did that, obviously drinking plenty of water. I already told you about that. But I use their cleansing balm, and I don't know, even I've always searched for something that would be really good to take off my eye makeup, and it really wasn't until I found this, or started using this, that my whole world changed. This is a new one. I have another one being borrowed right now. So you can kind of see, since it's new, you can't really see it very well, but it is so creamy. And I had used that, you know, and just rubbed it on my eyes. Well, I already cleaned them off, so I don't really need any more now, but I had rubbed it on my eyes to get off any last little bits of eye makeup, mascara, you know, shadow, everything. Eye glue, well, or eyelash glue, not eye glue. So I do that, like, all the time, and one of those lasts me forever because it's so rich and creamy. You don't need very much. I use it on my skin and stuff too, sometimes just overnight, just sort of like a hydrating kind of mask, moisturizing. I love it, but it's absolutely my makeup remover. So okay, we're going to take the mask off. And by the way, this cloth comes from Beautycounter as well. It's kind of a cheesecloth. Maybe not a cheesecloth, it's gauzy, but it's solid. And you can tell I have had, like, you can say I've taken my charcoal mask off with it. But it's really good, and you get a package of 3 of them, and you actually get one of these in your cleansing balm. When you purchase the cleansing balm, it comes with it. I use this all the time. And you, obviously it's reusable. I wash it, and it might stain a little, you know, but that's all I use it for. So now that I've cleaned that off, so that is done. Now, just, you know, dry myself off, just real quick. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put one of their oils. This particular one is the #2 oil. And that is their plumping. I just use a few drops, and I just rub it in my hands. Oh, I love this. It smells like rose. I think it's peony or something. I don't know. It's just lovely. It's a floral scent. I love the smell, and I love what it does for my skin. All of their oils are terrific. So I oil up my skin, and it doesn't feel oily. Like it's gonna soak in here shortly. And then when we're done, and then I rub the rest in. Sometimes I will rub this through my hair too, so it just sort of depends on how much I have left over. Or if my hair is being unruly, I put a few drops of any of their oils. It doesn't matter which one. Rub it in my hands, and kind of just run it through my hair real quick. I'm not gonna put this one on right now, but I will finish, goodness, can you see that? I will finish this off with a balancing oil. You know, I'll just, you know, spritz it on when I'm done. So I'm gonna keep that there. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna grab my makeup. I am a makeup junkie. So I have been a makeup crazy girl for my entire life. And I literally have the word Sephora tattooed on my back. It says Sister Mary Sephora. There's a story behind that, but basically it was people knowing that I am a crazy makeup girl. So this kind of stuff just comes natural to me. Makeup, it's just my thing. I've had people ask me, why didn't you ever become like a hairdresser or makeup, artist? I'm like, no, that's not my jam. I just want to do me. We're gonna start with, okay, you always have to have a brush, and I have a lot of the Beautycounter brushes. This particular one happens to not be Beautycounter, but it's only because I was already using it, but I have a bunch of other brushes like for different things from Beautycounter. Always have, I'm rooting through stuff. Okay, Beautycounter has an awesome cover stick or cover pen. Okay, and then
I'm just gonna go in. I'm gonna dab that on my eyes, and I get quite a bit. I even go
on my eyelids a little bit. Okay, and then I just sort of boop 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 boop, just kind of mash that in. A brush is much better than trying to use your finger. I honestly don't know all the mechanics behind it, but I do know that when I started using it, it was much more effective. Hang on, it's hot up in here. You don't want to sweat off all this work you're doing. After that, and I started using this, their foundation not too long ago. I had a couple others that I was finishing getting through, and I wasn't really sure, because I got my stuff from Sephora and whatever. I think it was a Bare Minerals or whatever, and I wasn't sure I was gonna really love Beautycounter stuff, to be honest, because I thought, well, I'm used to a really, more of a matte, and I don't know. And anyway, I don't know how to explain this stuff. I just know that it nourishes your skin, so it leaves your skin really nice. It's got awesome coverage, but it's not oily, but it still gives you kind of a little finish.
kind of a little dewy finish. So I don't know how to explain it. All I know is that it made me a convert. So here we go, just kind of.
And I always do my lips too, because I like to have more of a neutral base for my lips, so that the lipstick colors go on a little more true to their color.
So, and I'm just kind of dabbing it like I did earlier. Kind of go over my eyes.
Now, I told you guys earlier, I don't use absolutely everything from Beautycounter, but I use a lot of the Beautycounter because their stuff is really good quality. And I also want it to be something that, especially if it's going right directly against my skin, I want it to give me nourishment. That makes sense to me. Okay. So I'm in the middle of having a hot flash, which is a byproduct of being almost 49. Yes, I always have to let that sink in every time I say it. So I actually need to let myself cool down before I layer other things onto this. That's why I keep dabbing, because I'm trying to mush it into my sweat. Okay, so we're gonna let that kind of dry for a second. Okay. One of the other things I do, I have a pencil, and I have, I'll say a gel. It's not quite a gel either, but it's a white liquid stuff. And I use that for a couple things. I will also kind of dab it around here. This gives you an extra brightening. And I don't always use that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And I put a little bit on my lips too, mostly because I get some excess. But mash that in. Okay. And that was not Beautycounter. But there's a lot of places that have them. I actually have one from Younique too, so I use that. And I take that with me in my purse. Okay. This is just stuff that's in my makeup bag here at the house, when I'm first getting ready. Okay. Still feeling really hot and sweaty, so I'm not going to put on the powder just yet. I will go ahead and prep my lashes to get the lashes on. So this is Beautycounter mascara. I love it. It's not dramatic enough for me, so, but it is good as a base. Like if I was just gonna go to the beach or, you know, something like that, I might just apply this, although I like to look dramatic when I go to the beach too. So so I don't really use this except for as kind of a base to give my lashes some color. I don't know. Just, and also I think it helps them stick. I will use them on the bottom a little bit. I'll probably come back and do some more. Okay. All right, that's just so I can see my eyes a little bit. I'll keep that to the side. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead. I'm starting to prep my eyes first. I kind of always do my lipstick last, mostly because I'm always drinking when I'm doing my makeup, so I kind of do my lips and my cheeks last. And it just, the eyes always seem to take me the longest anyway, so that just seems to make sense to me. But you know, you can do it any way you want. Okay, I'm trying to get my brush. That's not the right brush. Oh my gosh. One of these days I'm gonna have a dream bathroom or a dream boudoir area. Okay, this particular one, this is the Sunrise palette, and I love it. They have a whole bunch of other eyelash or eye makeup palettes that have the blush and stuff on them, in them, but and I love them all. But I have, ever since I got this one, and it was a limited edition one, I have just adored it. So I don't know what to tell you. I just know it's one of my favorites. Okay, so on this one, I am just starting with a white kind of well, I shouldn't just say white, but I'm putting these two together, a white and a gold. And I'm just going over my eye all over and giving it just kind of a base to work from. And I kind of go in with that gold again, and I get up in there a little bit more. Okay, I'm finally starting to cool down, so it's not as bad now. Okay. So I'll do that, and I just use the same brush. I just kind of wipe it off a little bit, and then I go in with like another color, and I get the outside. So this one, I'm using this one now. So it's a little bit of an orangier brown, and I'm gonna put that there. Yeah, I don't really know the difference with all of the different brushes. I know that some work better than others, but I don't really know which one's which as far as what's the best. I have like 25 brushes. I use like 3. Obviously, like to get this, you know, underneath and stuff, your eyes, like your lower lashes, which I'm gonna use a little bit of this and a little bit of this kind of a purpley color. I use a smaller tipped brush, and then I might do a little bit there. Just a little bit. Okay, so then I'll also go back in with that white, and I just kind of whitewash it, if you will. Okay, and then also a little bit white, kind of dust it through there. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside because I am going to actually use this color right here, and I might even blend it with this color right here as some lip color. Those are blushes, but I used them as a lip color the other day, and I was like, holy cow. So that way you can actually expand, you know, if you play with your stuff a little bit. I mean, so many things have multiple uses, and if you play with it a little bit, you end up going, you know, getting all sorts of different looks. You've got all sorts of different colors that you can play with. It's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna kind of prep my eyebrows here a little bit. This is a Beautycounter eye pencil, and as you can see, it has a little brush, so you can, you know, play with your eyebrows here and kind of get them brushed up. There's a technique to making them really awesome. My friend Robin showed me. I tried it. It didn't work for me. I don't know. For her, it works, and she makes these awesome eyebrows. I'm still working on that. So it's, you know, eyebrow goals. Okay, excuse me. So there was that, prepped for that. Now let me show you what I use, maybe. This is something I got from Sephora. I love it. What's it called? I can't read it. I don't have my glasses on, but see, it's this. I freaking love it. It's just really easy. It's kind of there's some gel quality to it and also has this cool little brush. And then I mean, it's pretty
flawless.
I just kind of am mostly making them darker and extending them out just
Maybe a little bit further.
than my natural line. Oops. Okay, there we go. I say it's flawless, and then I say oops, right? But as you see, even with my oops, it didn't really do anything. It just kind of caught. Okay. And I might go over them again. I'm not sure. Looks pretty good. Okay, so that's that. Looks weird without eyelashes. I'll set that aside just in case I decide to use it again. Okay, so let's go back to, okay. I'm going to just put some eyeliner on here, ever so slight. Okay, again, mostly because I want to get it on there, but I'm going to end up putting more after I get my eyelashes put on. So let me just tell you, I love dramatic looks. I think I've already established that. And I have lots of friends who do drag shows. And I said, I want people to be confused as to whether or not I'm a drag queen. And I say that jokingly, but I'm saying that's how much I love dramatic lashes, dramatic makeup, but lashes especially. Okay, sometimes I will use the Younique fiber lash, their 3D lash, and I love it. Sometimes I just still need more drama in my eyelashes. So what I like to do is just kind of alternate between them. If I want a dramatic lash and, you know, I'm okay with just, you know, maybe 3 or 4 coats of that, then great. But I tend to use a lot of that product, and I didn't want to really waste it, you know, because the fibers are pretty precious. So it's, when I want something more dramatic, I'm just using my lashes, you know. And let me tell you what, I got a package of these. Hold on, let me show you. I got like a package of these from wish.com. I'm kind of obsessed with these. Oh my goodness, I'm throwing them. Look at that. I love them so much. So, and I think they were $1. I'm not kidding. $1 for all of these. So I strongly recommend using wish.com. Okay. Then once you get those, you have to clip them because, I mean, unless you have just like a freakishly large eye, which if you have large eyes, I didn't mean anything disrespectful, but you will always have to clip them from the outside. If you've clipped them from the inside, then it's gonna look weird. These particular ones didn't taper. You know, usually it's really long out here and then starts to get smaller. This particular one isn't like that. They're all kind of the same across. But what I do with my glue is I use this and I just squirt it out onto my faucet, onto the handle of my faucet. And everyone has a different technique. I have been trying for months trying to figure out the best technique, but this is what I found works for me. You might have a different technique. People show you something different. Try it. What works for you, you know, it's going to be what works for you. So I just kind of like put it on here with my finger. And I have to get some extra on the very corners. And then whatever's left over, take a little bit off, but whatever's left over, I will kind of like dab on my lashes and on that lash line. Like I don't ever seem to get it in my eyes, so I don't know. Still be careful, but it's never been a problem. But I just kind of dab it on there. It's like that extra insurance that this is gonna stick. So, and then try not to glue your eye together, but you know, sometimes the bottom lashes want to hang out. The reason I put it on my sink first is to already get the glue curing some, because you have to wait like a few seconds, like I think they say like 30 seconds, so that it starts to get tacky. But if you put it on there, then it's already being exposed and getting sticky. So then you don't have to wait as long once you get it on here. So I don't really know a good technique for this either. I'm just showing you what I do. But I will just kind of go right up to my lash line, and this is kind of how I'm going to look in the mirror here. But I kind of push it down, push it, push it, push it. And then in the corners, I kind of hold it there a little bit. The inner corner. I kind of hold it there for a few seconds. You can see it's already. And then I'll let it dry for a few more seconds. I'll kind of keep pushing it a little bit, just to make sure it stays adhered. It's feeling pretty good. I always double check that corner in the inside. You can hear these crows or whatever out there, but you can kind of see. And in a second, when it dries a little bit more, I'm gonna kind of mush them together. Like I'll get in here and where I had, there's my dog, and where I had the glue on my lashes, I'll kind of almost like meld them together. So you can see what a pretty big difference this is. Okay. So again, you can kind of see how dramatic it is. And so while that one's kind of like doing a quick little mini cure, I will go in and I will add some more. Oh, my other glue is just out. Hold on. Now this one hasn't been sitting out as long because now I just put this down. But I'll still do the same thing. I'll just kind of add along here. And like I said, I tend to use quite a bit because you know what? I'm going to tell you a secret. Probably I'm not supposed to do this, but I sleep with them on quite often. Not all the time, but I don't really want to deal with taking them off all the time either. And then re-gluing them. And I can leave these on for 2 or 3 days without re-gluing them or anything like that. Okay, I'm going to go in and squish these together a little bit. Ah, that's a glue stick. Okay, and I'm kind of squishing them. Okay, as you can see, I just love these. Darling. Love them. Okay, so again, kind of just a little bit of glue that's left over on my finger. And normally this doesn't really take me this long. It's just because I'm talking to you guys and stuff. See? And it's nice because it just kind of rolls off. So there's no mess. A minute to dry. And kind of while this one is drying, I'm going to put a little bit more stuff to define my eyes. So what I do is I just get like, again, this is not Beautycounter, but I've had it for a while, believe it or not. But I just get a crayon, a black crayon. It's not real crayon, but makeup crayon. And I get up under here where my watermark or water line or whatever you call it, water line is. And, you know, I just kind of, I don't know, fill it in. Because again, I want it to be kind of this cohesive look with my lashes. And it doesn't hurt. And it doesn't cause any irritation or anything like that. There we go. And I might come on top of there, but actually I think I'll get my liquid one. There's my dog again. Okay, and then I get a liquid. I had the liquid pen one, and I was like going, where did I just put it? But I have this other one. So, and this is from Sephora. And I just go in, and I just kind of create that line. Needs to dry a little bit. Okay, this is about ready. So here we go again. I start from the outer corner of my eye because I don't want it up against, you know, the inside corner that much, because that bothers me even once I clip it too. Sometimes you have to fluff them a little bit, but they're easy. I mean, they're so malleable. And what's nice about lashes, fake lashes, is that they come in so many different styles that you can find the one that works the best for you. Like something like this might be way too dramatic for most of you. That would not be surprising, because like I said, I am kind of knocking at the door of the drag queens. So I'm gonna give that a second to kind of dry and set up. Okay, we'll give that a second, and then we'll do that again with that. I don't know where all my stuff is going. Okay, so we'll give that a second. Okay, so while that's kind of drying, I'm gonna put just a touch more. I have some on this brush still. Touch more foundation on there. Actually, Beautycounter to the rescue. They have that built-in brush. I love it. Okay. All right, now let me mush these a little bit. Mush, mush, mush. Make sure that these suckers adhere. But we're gonna let them dry a little bit more, and then we'll probably mush them a little more than that. We're almost there. Okay, again, drying. So I've used the Beautycounter pencil, the eyebrow pencil, as a lip liner. I pretty much have never used another color of lip liner. I always use kind of a brown, you know, tan, coffee. I mean, like, that's just what I use to line my lips. I've never tried red or, well, I lied. I think I have tried, you know, other shades, pinks and reds and whatever. And I just don't like it. I don't like the way it looks on my lips. So, as you can tell, again, with for some reason this isn't going on as dark as I want right now. Oh, probably because I hadn't put the powder on. That's what it is. It's kind of gliding across. There's not enough tooth to it. Usually I just, boom, it's done. Anyway, you can kind of see, you know. So, line my lips, and then I'm just going to take my finger and I'm putting it in that color there. It's a blush. It's a blush. And I'm going to dot it on my lips. I love this color. And honestly, it looks really pretty on your cheeks too. It doesn't go on this pink. It just looks so, I mean, it goes on pink, but you know what I'm saying. It's not like this neon-y looking color. It's gorgeous. But I decided I wanted it for my lips instead. Okay, so I'm doing that. And then I am just gonna take, where'd my clear gloss go? Taking Beautycounter's clear gloss, and I'm just putting a little bit on. I love this gloss. Like, seriously, all of their lipsticks, their glosses are amazing. Like, they're the best I've ever used. And as you know, I have used a lot of makeup in my life. But that's what I love about it, is that it's creamy, and it smells good, and it's not sticky. And that goes for both their lip glosses and their lipsticks. So, I'm taking this middle color, and I'm gonna go over the top of that gloss, giving myself a little bit more of a matte, and then oops, wrong one. I'll probably put a little more gloss on it here in a minute. But now I'm going to take another Beauty Counter product, which I, again, adore. Their cream blush. I think it's called Pinch or something. But anyway, this is a caramel color. And you can see my cheeks are already kind of rosy, so I don't really need too much. But I'm using my brush again, and I'm going to go ahead and dot, 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 dot on there. And part of what I'm doing right now is I have to record a video for my summit, for my portion of this Health Coaches Summit that's airing on Monday. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to do my makeup tutorial first, get that done, and then my makeup will be done and I can record my video for my summit. Perfect. It's a win-win. Okay, so again, I'm a little shiny, so I'm going to take some powder, and I often use the mattifying powder. I actually have it out right now. I've got somebody borrowing it, you know, those little baskets that I'm doing. So somebody's borrowing it right now, so I don't have that to demonstrate, because I have two of them, and they're both out. So I'm using one that I've, just a regular powder that I've had, and I'm just dotting in where I was a little shiny. So there we go. And yes, I get asked all the time how many beauty products I use. I'm like, I think I counted one time, it was like 25, like before I even leave the house, you know. So this kind of gives you guys an idea that, you know, we women use a lot of products. Now, you guys might not use as much as I do, but you probably use quite a bit, right? This gives you a little bit of an idea of how much we are using on a daily basis, sometimes several times a day. So you need to really think about, you know, what it is that you're putting on your skin. You know, like I said, I don't use everything Beauty Counter, but I use a lot Beauty Counter because I want it, if it's gonna touch my skin and be on my skin all day long, my skin's absorbing it. So it makes sense to want to have quality things that are going to be nourishing to me against my skin. So 100% of the time, no, I don't. You know, I know some of these probably don't have the ideal ingredients in them, but I don't use them that often. I try to use the other things, you know, the things that are going to be nourishing to me more often and you know, consistently. So, you know, this just gives you an idea, everybody. Like, take account of how many beauty products you use, how many personal care products are you using per day, how often do you use these, like several times a day, like hand lotion, you know, lipstick's a big one for me, because if you think about it, we ingest our lipstick too, right? Because we drink it, it gets on our cups. You know, we lick our lips, we kiss people, you know, they're getting it by proxy, you know. So we need to be conscientious about what it is that we are doing to ourselves and to others. So, okay, for the most part, I think I got everything on. What am I missing? Why do I feel like I'm missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. Hold on, ladies. Well, I need to kind of reline those lips just a little bit more. Okay. Yep, I felt like they needed to be lined a little more. I used my other lip, or my other eyebrow pencil. It was a little darker. There we go. I just felt like I was a little undone. But there we go. The end. I hope you liked it. Let me know your feedback. And hey, live long, live healthy, do the right thing, take care of yourself. Because if you don't, who's going to?